All right, so today we have our JB kit here. Everything kind of linked out, electrical mounts, all that fun stuff, engine mounts, front engine, intake, battery box, lower mount. The only thing we're probably not going to install is the spacers for the engine because we already have those in with the swing arm, so I'm not going to dink with that. Here's our canvas for today, so we're probably going to clean it up a little bit, take the intake off, make it easier. Hopefully move some electrical, undo the radiator, hose, and all that kind of fun stuff, which is in there. And then probably undo the exhaust so that we can tilt the motor. We have to tilt it to get the shifter out because with the stock frame, you can't get the shifter out. You have to unbolt the motor to adjust it, so we've got to get it right the first time. So that shouldn't be too bad. Lots of unbolting and everything like that. Take the plastic off of here, clean up the area, and then again, we'll probably time lapse mixed with some talking through if there's anything interesting. But really all we're gonna do right now is unbolt the frame. We're probably gonna put the jack under it so that the motor doesn't move too much, just kind of hold it in place so it doesn't drop violently or anything. So yeah, we're gonna start with the exhaust, intake, and then we'll put the jack under the motor. We'll go from there, so follow along. All right, I just want to show you guys the difference in the electrical mounts. So here we have the JB electrical mount, nice powder coated black, comes all the bolts and everything. Here we have the front mount for the electrical, pretty cool, nice little design as well. Then here's the Walsh. So this is the rear and this is the front. So as you can see, kind of a comparison in the same shot. It's just a little bit different, as you can see. So just kind of giving you some idea of the kit comparison. I know there's an unboxing on both, so you can see, but I think side-by-sides are kind of helpful too. So we're gonna keep plugging along on this build and hopefully keep watching. Thanks. All right, here is the difference between the Walsh mounts and the new JB. So this is the newest JB series. They're billet aluminum. Pretty trick looking. I mean, just the way they're CNC'd. Pretty sweet. The Walsh aren't bad. I mean, these ones, we did need to drill this out a little bit for the bolt, but other than that, they should be fine. I mean, they're just chromoly, little welded pieces of metal, so that's cool. But the JBs obviously just have a much fancier appearance looking kind of thing. If we get the shadow out of here. But there you go with that. So we got all the stuff unbolted, so we're probably going to try the bottom mount first, and then try maybe the front and the top, see how that all works, and then probably start on the electrical once the motor's all balanced and we're not gonna rip it apart. So we'll keep following along, thanks. All right, almost forgot, new shifter. It's the Hammerhead plus 20 millimeter shifter for your CRF450. So we're gonna try it out. I've heard it's a little small, but you know, I don't know. So the problem is you have to raise the motor or notch the chain guide area in here to be able to get your shifter out. So right in there. So if you see, it doesn't pull out. So what we're gonna try and do, it's not working as well as I thought, was to tip the motor up. There we go. Oh, sweet. So that's out. That hose is pinched pretty hard, but that's okay. I didn't mess up the motor or anything, hopefully. So that wasn't very well thought out, but we're doing this real time, so whatever. So now what we got to do is hold this out of the cage, or out of the case. So it's important to put the shifter on before you bolt in the motor. You don't want to do it otherwise. Take the bolt all the way out, so it's nice and easy. we go. All right. So let's get this down a little bit. Oh. Not really sure. Maybe that's kind of into place. No, not quite. Still a little pinched. Huh. Oh. There we go. So, now we can angle it. See with the jack under there, so I would recommend that. And with that locked into place, kind of just... Oh yeah, that's fine. Boom, boom, boom. See, so there's my toe. Put that on there. We're gonna run a little bit high just for my boots. I guess I want to do a real test. I can put my boot on, but I don't really feel like doing that. So I think that's a good angle. We'll bolt it all in. We'll check it out. Actually, I am going to put on a boot just so you guys can see, because that would be informative information. So go grab my bag and then we'll check it out. All right, so I got my boot on, SG12s. We're going to attempt to get on here. Get you guys a little video. Boom. Beautiful. We're going to call that good, I think. So we'll keep going. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we got the bottom mount in, which is more than I can say for the Walsh kit. So see how it doesn't go around the engine? It's just these two little billet pieces with a bolt that they even supply with the Allen head. Ugh, kit's so nice. So one thing, Mike over there at JB did tell me, hey, there's an issue at the machine shop. You're gonna have to drill out these holes so that the bolt can go through. It's not a big deal. Just a little bit. So again, we're going to use the 13/32, same drill bit we used on the Walsh mounts for the JB. So they are going to correct this. These were the first out of the batch, I guess. So they had an issue. They did offer, hey, send them back. We can fix them. We'll get you new ones, or you can just drill it out. So I like to just drill it out because it's not a big deal. It's not going to impact anything. So we're just going to drill a quick hole in these with our trusty Makita, wherever it is, and yeah, we'll go from there. So after that, honestly, it's been pretty smooth. We're gonna bolt up the front and then the top mounts, everything just loose. So get the engine situated right, and then yeah, we'll just go from there. Then we'll play with the electrical, so stay tuned. Okay, tip on the JB kit. They do supply an engine bolt, which is longer. So here's the stock CRF bolt. Here is the beautiful JB bolt, and it is longer so that you can thread through the front of the motor. So I was having issues with it, and I was like, man, what the heck? And JB, man, they supplied the right bolt, so we're gonna do that. I mean, it looks freaking the same, just a little bit longer on the threads, so it's pretty sweet. So yeah, we'll just keep plugging along. All right, so as you just saw, we did have to drill out the lower mounts as well, lower holes, as well as the top hole. So JB told me I need to drill out the mount, and I just took that as the top one, and then when the bottom ones didn't line up, I was like, what the heck? So again, drill them out, 13/32 bit, easy. It's billet aluminum. If you have a drill bit, it'll work, no problem. They should be correcting it on future ones, so shout out JB for realizing the mistake, calling me, figuring it out. So it's been good, it's been smooth. So we got the bottom mount in, the top mounts bolts in really nice there. It looks really clean, I think. All that billet. Billet's always cool. Billet water pump cover. I didn't change the Walsh for the JB just because, honestly, it's the same freaking thing. Just a piece of billet. One just says JB, one says Walsh. So it's like, I don't really care. But I might switch that out because I am going to sell the Walsh kit. So if you're in the market for a kit that needs a little bit of work, more than I wanted to put in, hit me up if it's still for sale. So we're going to keep plugging away on this. We're going to do the other side. And then we're gonna do the top mounts and then the electrical. So stay tuned. All right, we got the JB mounts in. Look pretty sick. Did have to drill out quite a bit. See kind of the drill bits here. Again, that's fine. I mean, they had a machine shop error or whatever when you're dealing with billet. I get it. They let me know. So that bolt worked really well. Looks really clean. Add some more billet to the front of it. Nice machined out, lightweight, pretty sweet. So next thing we're gonna do is we're going to look at the top mounts for, so here is the Walsh top mount. So you can see kind of the style they use there. JB is much more OEM type. These are much more like the dirt bike style, the Walsh. So again, they both come powder coated, but JB does come with a spacer and a bolt, which is pretty sweet. So this is the exhaust side. So it caves in. If you remember in the earlier videos, that was the issue with the Walsh, is it was flat, so it would hit on the head pipe and not work, even after grinding it down and everything like that. So I don't actually know where that Walsh mount went. It's somewhere. But it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really work anyways. Here it is. So we will look at these. So see, you can see the difference in the exhaust, the way that JB had planned it out versus the Walsh, where we had to machine all this down. Still didn't really work. So really just your preference. I'm not trying to crap on the Walsh stuff, just trying to give you some idea of the JB versus the Walsh. So hopefully this is informative. Again, I've liked the kit so far. The bottom mount actually went in, which is a first. Front mounts are good. We're doing the top. Again, we did not change the swing arm just because those kits are exactly the same. I think it might sit the front of the motor lower than the Walsh. I'm not really sure as far as angle of attack and everything. But anyways, we'll keep going with time lapses and all this kind of stuff. So keep following along if you want, and like and subscribe. Thanks. All right, checking in. We did get some of the electrical in, sort of. I say we, it's just me. So here's kind of the setup here. We got the hose. Electrical's all behind here. I think this is kind of how it works. I don't know, but then I got to figure out the coil and all this stuff. It's kind of the next thing. I feel like I'm missing a wire, but maybe there's just the two. So figure out the coil, and then I'm hoping the big thing is the tank. I don't know how the tank's gonna fit, because the tank hits on this thing, and that's right below it. So I guess we'll find out, but hoping for the best. Clean up the coil a little bit. So I'm hopeful. I mean, it's going together pretty well. This kind of could just hang there, I guess, honestly, underneath everything. Lots of wires. 2020's got a lot more wires than 17, so you know, we're just kind of plugging along. So it'll probably take the better part of today, but we'll get it rolling. And honestly, I'm really happy with the mount kit and everything, so that's cool. And we got to do the rear electrical next, which should be easier because it's really just the CDI box or whatever, the ECU, and then the stator. So we'll see, but thanks for tuning in. All right, so got our new fan switch here. So it's pretty bitchin'. Electric start, fan switch, so just kind of your, you know, everything that I'll be hitting. Wired it up here. It's kind of a mess, but whatever. I couldn't really figure out the JB thing. This connector goes to the actual normal fan, and then I don't know what the hell this connector does, so I didn't use it. I was just like, whatever. So we'd already had this wired in, but now this new switch just looks way cleaner than the old switch, which is here, which was, I mean, it worked, but it was really just a toggle switch. So just trying to clean it up, look a little bit nicer. Got this stuff kind of wrapped up in here. I do like the Walsh battery box a lot better than the JB. That's the one thing that I'm not a huge fan of, is this kind of weird looking battery box type thing. So I'm guessing that would just like sit in there somehow and then bolt. You'd have to drill holes. I don't know. The Walsh one, definitely a nice piece. Looks really factory. Looks like it's meant to be there. So pretty trick. Left that in. So honestly, it's kind of a hybrid Walsh JB kit. Just kind of whatever I like better. We might try the JB intake. It's got the big flange on it for the big filter, but I don't have an air box. So I'm thinking about getting an airbox and just cutting it. Talked to a kid about like they heat up the bottoms to make them clear. I don't know. They do all kinds of weird stuff, but whatever. I mean, it is nice because they do fill this hole that is on the normal intakes. And then they supply the clamps for the front of it, as well as the back. So, I mean, their kit's pretty well thought out. I really like it. The only thing, the fuel hose is way too short. Maybe it's long enough for their tank, but my tank needs a super long fuel hose, as you can see on here, because of how it works. So that's the only thing that I might end up doing is getting a JB tank. It's just another $800, so steep. But I mean, we'll keep you posted if my tank just doesn't really work. Might have to do that to get it to work. I don't know. We do need to cut this little flange later today, so this little thing to get the tank to clear, and then I'm hoping that that does not hit. So fingers crossed. We'll keep you updated. Thanks.
See if your tank fits.
Did some grinding. Winding and grinding. You want to hold the camera? We'll grab the tank.
The moment of truth. The moment of tank.
The moment of tank.
Alright, here we go.
Just a lot of crap in there, so we'll see.
Oh, it's close. A little bit forward and a little bit down on this side. Oh, this bolt's got to come out in the rear.
Yeah, these do too, but I'm thinking on this.
Did it drop in? Is it hitting? Oh yeah, it fits just nice.
Yeah, it does it? Or is it hitting on something else? I feel like it's hitting on something else. Hang on, let's see.
Oh, is it? No, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's still touching it.
Yeah, it still is.
Looks like it might be hitting like the other side of it though. Like that nut thing on the back, the welded in nut cert.
Well, I got it on there. But that side's not on, right? I mean, I'm way over on my side, so.
Hold on a second. Wait, is it gotta go down still?
Yeah, down.
Huh. You sure this fit before?
Yeah. But this plate's what sticks out now, so.
I don't know.
You wanna come look over here? Oh,
Hard to film.
sprung a leak.
Come here. Come here, boy.
He's loose. Tie him up.
Alright, this is gonna get shorter every time you do that.
Jeez. The punishment. You've been a bad boy.
Been a bad, bad boy.
You've been a bad. Kid show.
Kid show.
Okay. Hey, you doing?
Nah, dude. All right.
I had to touch it first.
So you are not low enough yet?
No. So I think it's, I don't really know where it's hitting. It's hitting, it's hard to see because of this plate. Where's that 8 at?
I think it's hitting that nut.
The
Like
back
this.
of the nutsert?
Yeah.
That sucks.
In the back. Hmm? Yep. Not good. What are we doing now? Are you gonna pull it out?
Well, we're gonna pull this bolt here to get this low to be able to see a little bit better what's going on.
Oh yeah, it's definitely hitting the nut, sir. Come look at it.
Yeah, I can see it.
But maybe if we.
But it didn't. No, it is that part that sticks out that never hit before.
What's the plan, Stan?
I don't know. Buy a new tank? Shoot. $800.
No, don't do it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. We gotta figure something out.
Hold up, hold up.
What?
Just pull that. You could probably just pull that, the 1/8 of an inch over this way. This whole tab, just pull it.
Oh, just yank it? Bend it over?
Yeah.
You think?
So pull the tank out.
Okay.
And we'll get a croissant wrench.
Got channel lock, or not channel locks, but vice grips. Hey, what are you doing?
Shop dog making noises over there.
Oh, I do have a crescent wrench. He's chewing up his leash that he actually sprung free from, but he doesn't know it yet.
Yeah. When you're free and you don't know you're free.
You blow all this off.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah, yep. Just a little bit.
It's not.
You need
To
to
get underneath.
dangle angle. There we go. Oof. Bigger. Oh, yep. Tighten it down. Give her a tug. That's it. It'll go now.
You think?
Karen freaking teed. Oh,
Alright,
shop
viewers.
dog, take it easy on the LTR intake over there, dude.
Hey! Send you a bill, dog.
Send you a bill, man. MF shop dog tearing it up. Jeez.
Just dragging everything.
Just dragging destruction behind him. Does it fit? It's gotta go forward.
Yeah.
Downward doggy. Mm-hmm.
How's it on the other side?
We're pretty well on the mount. Gotta go back a little bit. That's like dead nuts on this side.
Yeah, I just need to go down.
What's it hitting on?
I think it's still the same thing.
Oh, just barely hitting on it. It's like literally just barley. Let me come up.
Okay. No, that wasn't it. Come on, you bitch.
Kid show.
Sorry.
I think you just gotta get over the rubber now. That's what I think. I think it's just your rubber hitting.
Is the rubber so tight? Does it need to come up on the other side first?
I don't know. I've never put this tank on and off before. Definitely not as many times as you have.
That's true.
Oh, now it's hitting on that rubber.
Yeah.
Need some Windex. Ooh. Fan on. Fan works.
Fan works. I think it'll work. It just.
Oh yeah, you just gotta get aggressive with it. Everything on this bike requires aggression.
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! Scotch of an inch more. There it is. Oh, come back up. Money. Money
Sort
in
of.
the bank.
So the only issue is we need to re-bolt up everything and then do this again.
Oh,
Yeah.
what were we thinking?
Test fit.
But it fits.
It fits, baby. Oh, this thing's.
Frick
No, it's good
yeah,
now.
bud. Just barely clears.
Barely. That's bitching.
Yep.
That means, ladies and gentlemen, we're good for next weekend at the dunes because that was our last hurdle. Oh, bottom nut too.
Wait, where are we going? Are we going to Glamis?
Yeah.
Good. Glamis is a good place, everyone. Glamis is where the desert gods bless your life. And we're gonna be there. We're gonna bring this, the hybrid build. We're gonna bring the Husky. We're gonna bring the LT80. We're gonna bring the 110. We're gonna bring the shop dog. I don't know.
Oh, he's stuck with this. Here.
We may bring him, we may not. Whatever. Fastest dog on the hill right here.
Just a long ride. So let's spool this up and get some air going.
All right, spooling.
Oh,
Spooling,
Where's my little
Caution headphone users right now.
What's the other end looking?
The what?
The little.
Oh. That Well, we've got the front electrical mounting going up here for the hybrid kit. Kind of tricky. I think part of the trickiness is we have this tank that and a JB kit, and they didn't really come from the same place, but it's going. So Joe's putting on the little rubber snubber.
It is going.
He's gonna pop it up on those little pronger dongers, and we're gonna be flinging right along down the street on this hybrid build on paddles down the road.
Exactly.
We're just really happy to be here.
Just really excited to be here still.
But
The JB kit has been a lot better.
yes,
Now
we're
it's
fans.
smarter than Herschel and I.
Yeah, we might not be. Whatever. We don't have a degree for this, so.
Not really sure how this goes.
I don't know either. I'd consider flipping at 180.
Like that.
I don't know. What do you mean 180?
This needs to flip.
Anyway, so the tank fits. We clearanced the little tabular tab over there. And the bottom bolt actually works on the JB one for the bottom mount, which has been good.
Yeah, how would you rate the JB versus the Walsh version?
I would give it points because it's a little more complete. Gives you a fan switch with the kit. Gives you, I feel like the electrical mount's a little cleaner with it. To be fair, like the Walsh did work, you know.
Yeah, it did.
The only thing that really didn't work on the Walsh was like the lower mount, which was a pain. But these billet mounts from Walsh, or from JB, sorry, are pretty stinking sweet. And they just, whatever, they're just trick. And like the Walsh fabricated stuff is less trick. Bazinga. Not quite. It's not really up high enough.
No, it's not. I don't know what's wrong with this.
I don't know. It's like giving birth to a 25-pound baby.
Jeez. Seriously.
Don't ask me how I know what that's like. Oh, my dog is wandering away. Oh, he's good. Come here, buddy.
Alfred!
I'm a shop dog. Come here. Come on.
Just gets hit by this car just doing first gear pulls.
I'll be pissed.
So this needs to go like that.
Yes. Probe the relay through it.
Okay. And then
I feel like the wires need to be. Yeah. Crazy, crazy.
So close. We're.
Ooh.
I think we got her.
Ooh, she's in. Man. This is a job for the most dainty of fingers. Punjo.
I have the daintiest fingers. Really come in handy on this job.
This is quite the job. I'm not gonna lie.
Shit. Alright.
Alright, break time. We're gonna go get some food.
Yeah, let's go. Dang, thank you, man. That's pretty cool, actually, how they mount it all.
Yeah, right to the bottom of the tank. Which is kind of cool.
Does it hit on the motor? Yeah, it kind of does, huh?
Just barely touches.
But I think it's probably because it's meant to be
It's because of
in this.
the way this flange is welded
Yeah.
is most likely why it does what it does.
Yep. So if I can just maybe I can pull that out a little bit with my
Yeah, maybe you can just tweak it a little bit.
the crescent wrench. All right, update for you guys. So tank is on, ready to be bolted up. The electrical you can see, so the coil actually mounts under the tank, which is sick. Everything clears. We're gonna hook up this fuel hose under here. Gets a little bit interfered with that, but that's okay. We'll figure out how to route it. So a lot of it's just routing now, trying to figure out where everything can go. Get the coolant hose figured out. You know, everything bolted up, tightened up. Kit's in, the bottom bolt is in. Electrical's in. We're gonna send this ECU out to TDR, I think, Motorsports, whatever. I'll just bend these out a little bit. It does grind into the 161 intake if you're curious. So hopefully that does not put a hole in it. Otherwise we'll need to bend this out. Maybe we'll put something in there to kind of rubber isolate it. Coming around to this side, we're gonna move this because I mounted this wrong. So we're gonna bolt that to a different bolt and a different angle, basically. So we can move that a bit. I think we can move it inside and kind of give room for this pipe. So that should be easy. Yeah, so we're gonna, here's the other side of the coil. It's kind of cool how it mounts. Doesn't interfere with the fuel hose, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So yeah, honestly, everything's getting together. The shifter's in, tight. All this room here, so much cleaner looking. Just a little bit of electrical here that's kind of popping up, but that's okay too. No issue there. Plenty of room under the tank and everything. So pretty excited. We're getting there. So this JB kit honestly has been a lot better. And if you're doing one of these, I'd highly recommend it over the Walsh. Now having done both, we got the fan switch on. Pretty cool. So now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different things of buttons. So kind of crazy. I might put the master cylinder off of the dirt bike onto this because it'll be smaller and look cleaner. We'll see about that. And then I do need to put the thumb throttle on here eventually. I might keep the twist throttle and just one more trip, see if I like it. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. But yeah, honestly, relocating the electrical under the seat, I think looks way better. Gives more room. And then this thing should be a monster when it's done. I'm really excited. We're getting there. We're finally getting there. So thanks for staying with us and stay tuned for more. Thanks. All right, update. What happened was we had it grounded to the tank, which is rubber isolated from the frame for vibration. So what we had to do, put those 2 little ground wires down in there, those green wires you can see in there. Those went straight to the frame. So when we grounded it, now we get a startup. So let's hear it. bike runs. It was smoking a bit. We got some coolant on the head pipe. So that's what that was. Smells real good. Turn the fan on. Gets hot quick. These bikes are really hot, so. Yeah, that's probably gonna get really hot under. Oh, geez, that was hot. So I want to make sure that the coolant hose has a good flow. Got the fan here, not hitting anything. Want to cover this fuel pipe up to keep the heat out of the fuel. This needs this little clasp, but honestly, it's really getting there. So we're gonna pop the radiator cap. We're gonna make sure it's all full because we had to cycle through the engine, put all the plastics back on, make sure everything bolts up. But ladies and gentlemen, we're there. We're going for it. So thanks for tuning in. All right, welcome back to the channel. So today we are routing all the wires. You can see the coil under there, nice. Did some heat wrap on this that we need to kind of tape up because it looks a little janky right now, and the huge S-curve that this fuel line takes just because of how it was welded on, which is not ideal, but whatever. Got the, ordered a throttle today, a 2009 LTR450 throttle. So what we're gonna do is link up the stock, one of the stock cables to it, and then just ditch the return line because they are separate, so it's not too big of a deal. So we'll do that. And then really we're just gonna try and clean it up, make sure everything's torqued. Doing a lot of work on this, so I wanna make sure everything's tight because we are gonna go to the dunes this weekend, so that'll be pretty sweet. Really the first real maiden voyage with it. I know we took it out in a previous video, but that was honestly just because I had put a ton of time and money into it and wanted to make it work, but here we are. So anyways, really just working to make sure all the wiring's clean. I like how we routed this under here. Kind of need to put like a buffer or something there so it doesn't scratch up, or maybe I'll zip tie it up to the frame. Actually, that's probably a better idea so it doesn't rub. But all the wiring under the tank, you got a lot of room, so it's nice to work on when you pull the plastics. It's pretty easy. I love how open this is. The clutch we're gonna kind of wire up to something too so it doesn't rub on anything. Doesn't get down into the fan like before where it was like that. Don't want that. Want it up nice and high. So really we're just gonna make everything look better. I want it to be visually very pretty. Just to convey the effort that we have put into this build, because it's been a lot of effort. And I appreciate the support. Today, when I'm filming this, we had 242 subscribers. So it's up 111 from last month. So appreciate it. Remember to share with your friends. All the support helps. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so we can maybe start trying to fund some of this and do some other fun projects, because this one's been really cool. Hopefully you guys have liked following along. We did put the uni on. Hopefully it'll give us a little bit better filtration. That open air box back there. I had the other filters, but they just felt a little heavy with the way the intake tube's mounted. I need to find a better way to mount this. Maybe put like a plate in here to kind of hold that up so it doesn't just flop around. Just give some stability to this so it doesn't pull on the throttle body, so that the throttle body doesn't get holes in it or anything with that little tube that's in there. See all that moving along. So anyways, keep following along and we're gonna keep on trucking. So thanks for watching. See ya.